kind of exhaust is that on that car, on this car? Make it pop like you did before, because you were driving the way So maybe you have a defective muffler as well as an illegal one.
I find that hard to believe, to be honest.
Alright, so we're at the point where we're starting to take the accessory pulleys off. We've already taken the valve covers off, and we have all that stuff done, ground box, everything's out of the way. So now we're going to start taking the accessory pulleys off, this whole plate, all this stuff, all the all the stuff that leads towards the timing chain cover. So we need to drain all the fluid out still. We still haven't done all of the fluid, we've done a majority of it. So I'm going to start by removing a bunch of this accessory stuff. This is going to be the hardest one to remove. I'm going to have to like torch that shit. I expect it much better. The rest of these should be cake. And the issue is with this car, the problem that this guy was explaining could have been a million different things. Belt tensioner. This is when you need to do belt changes. This guy is a pain.
Well, the bolt I'm about to remove is the alternator support bolt. Alternator belt support bolt. So that's what I'm about to remove.
All killer, no filler. Yeah, I'm acting crazy, I can handle my liquor. Okay. All killer, no filler. Yeah, I wanna fuck some bitch, I'm open my zipper. So, hey, how was your day? My life is a game and I only done a blade. Life at the ocean, separate your ways. While I bet your crib, I'm flicking, sing it to your face. I need more patience, I just wanna break. I just wanna.
At this point, we got all this accessory stuff off, minus the crank. Really hard to get off. Might have to wait till I get a nice torch to do that. I have an idea on how we can get it off, so we'll see about that. But now, I'm mainly focused on getting the fuel rails off, injectors out, and the lower plenum out.
What I'm talking about is the fuel rails, which is this portion. Underneath there's 3 orange injectors in the stock form. You have 3 on this side as well. And I don't know, bro, it's pretty easy to take it out, it looks like. Just a couple bolts, take it apart, take this off. I don't really need this anymore since all the fuel port stuff is coming out. And then after that, yeah, you can just take that off. We're taking it all off anyways. I just had that on there just for intensive purposes. So from here, we're just gonna undo all this, take it out, and take all the injectors out. I'm gonna rotate the engine so you can actually watch it.
Yeah, I wanna fuck some bitch, I'm open my zipper. So, all killer, no filler. Yeah, I'm acting crazy, I can handle my liquor. Okay. All killer, no filler. Yeah, I wanna fuck some bitch, I'm open my zipper. So, killer, killer. Killer, no filler. Killer, killer. Killer, no filler. Yeah, I'm acting crazy.
So we got the lower manifolds off. This is the one I'm going to probably be putting in the car. I've already started part of the honing process. This is the factory one we took out. It's all nasty and gunky and gross. This one you can tell it's clean. It looks like inside of a VQ. Inside the block pretty much, right underneath the plenums. See inside the valves, this is the head. So, pretty nasty. You can see there's no absolute destruction of any valves that I can see on the intake side. The intake valve side is fine. That goes for both sides. So I don't see anything catastrophic. We can definitely try and figure out what that weird noise is when cranking it over is now. So I'll get back to you after that. I think we might just have to take this guy off. We're back here with the VQ. I did do some slight damage to the cam, but we're about to take it out. I think today we're gonna be able to take the cam out. But that's all I'm focused on today, is taking the cam out. I'm gonna try and figure out, there's a couple bolts left holding it in, I think around here. And there's maybe, I don't know how I'm gonna get that one. That is like, that's an open-ended wrench one. I think that was the open-ended wrench. Shoot apart, this little cap will come off. And I think that is how you take the heads apart. There's a little cap here, I'm pretty sure. That you pop all this piece off. That, and it's like a separate plate in between. So when you pop that off, it allows you to take the whole cam apart. Now I'm figuring it out. These were kind of a pain to figure out. I did break this one in figuring it out, obviously. That should just snapped right there. But it's all getting replaced, like I always keep saying, it's getting replaced, not a big deal. Mallet time. There you go. A lot of metal flakes in there. I'll show you what she looks like. There is metal flakes in there. So she's gonna need a little rebuild. I don't know if that's detrimental. Oh, nope, gallery gasket failure. Gallery gasket failure. That's the issue he was experiencing. He probably has minor interference. This motor isn't trashed. It's just needs to get rebuilt. So this isn't the end of this motor. If anything, I can source this motor for hella parts and find a really clean one to slap in. But honestly, that's not the end of the world. That's a gallery gasket and some metal shavings. Let's see if you can see that. The lighting. There is a little tiny metal shaving on there. But yeah, this thing is sludged up. I can get to the two bolts that hold the front timing plate in now. This one up here, right there, and this one right there. Then we can take the front timing cover off, and yeah, that's really sludged. I don't know. Wow. I mean, it's pretty cool to look up in there, but I found a piece of the gallery gasket. It looks like it's gray, so that means there's coolant in here. Not a good sign, really, but can all get rebuilt. Maybe a head gasket, maybe the gallery gasket all at once. Who knows? This person didn't know anything about cars, so I'm honestly not surprised that this is the result of this poor little engine. But bigger and better things are soon to come for this bad boy. I've always wanted to have a fast car, and I'm going all fucking out with this thing. I want to show people what a serious, like, insanely well-built, hand-built VQ can do. If the person knows what they're doing and they have a good group behind them helping them, they can just build a badass car. So that's what this is all about. So I didn't bring my DSLR, but
did bring, I have my iPhone, I'm recording my iPhone 10. I have this mini sledgehammer, and that's part of the harmonic balancer. That was one hit with the mini sledgehammer. So I think this was probably a new proven way to take these fuckers off. Got a good amount of the harmonic balancer off, got the top of the nut off. Just gonna keep cutting and hammering away until it just comes off, and that's it. You wanna angle grind the top of the nut off, and then you wanna start just angle grinding the living shit out of this fucking nut, because it's a demon and it has to get so hot for it to come loose. And angle grinding it will get it hot enough to loosen it if you angle grind it enough. If you angle grind it, I'll show you what I mean. If you angle grind it the way I did, it'll come right off like this. A dream. So what I do is, oh, it's still hot. So you could see I chopped all the way into it. That heat loosened it up a little, and on top of that, the fact that there was like a lot of relief cuts, it allowed the allowed this back portion that holds the tension on this bolt to let off, like I said, like I thought would happen. That happened. That let me pull this out. Any of this? What's going on? Yep. Come on. Just like that. Boom. This shop is coming along pretty well. Pretty excited with how everything's, going. Look at how caked that is. It's like a piece of tar. This man. Whose man's? Whose man? Oh.
Bitch, I be killing this bitch. I'm 16 on my party, I told a little nigga to get up in this bitch. Just carry a bitch. I said that little nigga over this guy, so I just might shoot at this. Damn, that's crazy as fuck. Boy, I was a virgin, my nigga, she made me a slut. Oh shit, she tryna fuck on that little nigga Chris. I said, baby, just pay me a buck. Oh shit, shorty say Chris, can I hold drugs? Nigga said, bitch, this is crazy.
Hey, look at these guys. Look at these guys. We're gonna make some big power. Hey,